Hello everybody, Levi Clay here, back again to do another edition of Reading 101. This time we are looking at one of the transcriptions that we've looked at this month in my monthly Patreon challenges in my Patreon Facebook group, which, plugging obviously, you can get access to via supporting me on Patreon. Rather than looking at my transcription though, what we're going to be looking at today is one of my patrons' transcriptions. This transcription was submitted on the first day of the month, so the very day that I put out our monthly transcription challenges. Stephen Lafferty submitted this transcription. He sat and did it all that day, and it was pretty good. I have had to go through and correct a few bits of it, but it was so good that I kind of looked at it and went, well, there's no point in me doing it now because everybody in the group can just look at your work and it's almost perfect. So I figured it would be nice to use that transcription and give him the credit he deserves and have it as the focus of one of our Reading 101 videos. So for those of you unfamiliar with Reading 101, the principle is very simple. We learn to read. Well, we learn to play or interpret a piece of music based solely on the written aspect of it, so without using our ears, which is awesome because that's kind of transcription but backwards. When we learn to read something purely by reading, when we learn to play something purely by reading, what we're doing there is learning what something on the page will sound like. The more and more we practice that as a skill, the more and more you will find that when it comes to transcribing, which is hearing something and knowing what it looks like when it's written down, you're developing that skill just backwards. So let's take a look at the first line. Now this is the promise from Final Fantasy XIII. This is a great acoustic arrangement of the piece done by a great YouTuber named LonLonJP. Lots of cool arrangements, and you can purchase a lot of his transcriptions, so well worth checking his stuff out. Yeah, so let's take a look at this. Now, what's going on? Very simple, really, in the grand scheme of things. It's about multiple voices. So when I look at this, we can see, actually, if I highlight things, Control 1, you can see this top voice is highlighted as a melody. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Now we could just practice just reading that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. So why don't we do that? Let's take a look at this first bar. Sorry, I have a terrible cough. I can edit that out in post, which is nice. So, yeah, just looking at the first 2 beats, this section here. So it's 8th notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 3, 4. Whoops. 3, 4. Now if we introduce the second part of that bar, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. This is a very easy piece to play, so let's take a look at the entire part, because the second voice, the part on the bottom, is even easier. We've just got a chord which is held for the first 2 beats and then a note which is held for the second 2. So, terrible cough. I've been ill for days. So if I look at the entire part, beats 1 and 2, three, 4. Now I can see that there's a rake on that. 3, 4. Now I'm going to move down to the second part. Now this is really a C triad on the top with an F note. I'm in drop D, I should point that out. The transcription does say that. So I'm hitting... Sorry. And again. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Let's take a look at the second bar. Again, simple, just playing, well, it sounds like this. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. So the melody on top. With the bass part. Moving into the next bar. And again, 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. And then the next bar. 1 and 2 and then we have 3, 4. So if I play that entire line together, it's a nice little part. 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 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 3, 4. I'll do that one more time for you, but I won't count. So that's going to sound like this. I'll count you in. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, because it's a solo guitar piece, you can play around with the rhythm a little bit. Push and pull the time, slow down, speed up, be expressive with it. So I'll play that one more time and I will be a bit more brisk with that tempo. Although this is obviously a slow piece, you want to really pull back with it. 3, 4. Maybe not that much. Whoops. Last time. So now I'm just going to try and read this next line because it's very similar. And I should point this out. This is the first time I've looked at this piece, so I'm reading this along with you. It's the first time I've tried to play it, and I'm not familiar with this particular piece of music. Huge Final Fantasy fan, but I've never played Final Fantasy XIII. So second line, same sort of thing. I know this is missing a bass note. Nice and easy. Now things become a little bit more difficult in the next line because we actually have 3 voices here. We can see this low note is there. It's the semi-breve or whole note that lasts for the entire bar. This note, which is played on top, our melody, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the melody there. But we have to look at and understand that the bottom part goes. I've had to change that. we put those two things together, it could be quite tricky. So we take it nice and slow. So we go 1 and 2, whoops, 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4. That's not easy to play by any stretch of the imagination. It's not the sort of thing that you would just pick up and read. It's quite cramp on the hand isn't quite the right way of describing it, but it definitely requires some unorthodox finger movement, but can be practiced, of course. Let's try that again. And the key is getting the melody to ring out and the bass note to ring out. So, and again. To ring. So if I just run into that, we'll leave it there. But you know the rest of the transcription has been on screen, so you can totally work that out. I will read from the beginning to that point. Now it shouldn't be too taxing. We can see very simple rhythms. So 3, 4. 4. We could go on and try and read more, but I know from there it becomes quite a pain. There we go. We've got a nice chord movement here, haven't we? That's nice. Anyway, I'm going to leave that there. So, if you have enjoyed that, then, well, by all means keep reading the rest. Check out more of my videos, and you can obviously help support these videos like these fantastic people up here do. Stephen's name's not on there, which is, yeah, shame. You know what that means? It means he doesn't support me at $10, because these guys all support me at a $10 tier, which is awesome of them. So thank you very much, guys, for all of your support. If you would like to join that list, or just be part of an awesome group full of awesome people over on Facebook and help to make these videos look and sound better and all of that good stuff, then you can do so for as little as $1. So check me out on Patreon by clicking this button up here. You can subscribe to my channel by hitting this button down here, and check out 2 more of my videos here and here. Your support is appreciated. I hope you find something you enjoy. Let me know in the comments, and I'll chat to y'all soon. Bye.